We are with one of my favorite people, Brian Stokes Mitchell. Brian, what brings you to Feinstein's 54 Below and when?
I am here for 2 weeks. I start on November 12th, and I will be performing my show Plays with Music Holiday, which is based on my album. I'm celebrating two things, basically. One is the release of my new album, Plays with Music, and one is celebrating the holiday as well, because we're in that season already. I can't believe it. So, so I'll be here doing that and having a lot of fun singing some really feel-good songs.
I actually think we need these holidays this year.
Yeah, we do. You know, it's actually very much one of the reasons I wanted to combine them. It's very much in the spirit of what this album is about. You know, I wanted it to kind of be an oasis from the world right now, someplace that you could plug into and kind of get away from it all and be reconnected to joy and happiness and kindness and empathy and and just reconnected to your humanity. And so I think I maybe have succeeded in that. You don't know until it's out there in the world, but from the few people that have heard it so far, that seems to be what's going on. This is going to be a little bit different here at Feinstein's because I'm actually kind of getting back to the roots of the album. Plays with Music started out as a trio album, so I'll be doing the show here with the trio. But in the 3 years that I've been working on it, it has expanded into a fully orchestral album now, and because I'm producing it and arranging it, and we've done a lot of the arrangements and the orchestrations
and most
as
people
well.
don't even know that you do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's been kind of cool because I've been able to get under the hood with the songs and really kind of turn them into the song that I hear and I feel in my head and in my heart. So.
For the holidays, what is your favorite song? What song brings you the most joy and happiness to hear?
Wow. Oh man, there's a lot of great songs. It kind of depends on the mood that I'm in, oh wow, like the Christmas song is chestnuts roasting on an open fire. That tune is one of, and I'm going to do a version of that, but I kind of do it in the Stokes way, kind of filtered through the way I like music. And Grinch, You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch is always a fun song too. I might do that one as well. And there's so many great the purpose of holiday tunes is to make you feel good, to make you smile, to warm your heart. So that's why I love them.
From your album, Plays with Music?
Plays with Music, huh?
What is your favorite song on the album and why?
Oh man, I have so many. It's kind of an album of my favorite songs. That's the joy of doing a solo album. This is my third solo album now. And I get to pick and choose the songs that I like and also give them a spin that I particularly like. I think one of the ones I had the most fun doing was Getting Married Today, because Plays with Music, it's got kind of three meanings.
And now it's going to be sung by a guy on Broadway.
Yes, exactly. But I play all of the characters in this particular song, which is really kind of a fun thing.
Oh, actually, that's fun.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the meanings of the title of it is I get to really play with the songs in an unusual way.
It's the schizophrenic version.
Yeah, exactly. It's a schizophrenic version of it. There are also songs that are from musicals. That's the other title, reason for the title. And I like to treat each song like its own one-act or sometimes three-act play.
Which
so
is
that's
how
the
they
other
should
reason.
be treated.
I think so too. That's how I always treat music. I really like to get under the hood, and because I got to orchestrate and arrange this as well as produce it, I really got to get inside of these songs and understand them and play with them in my own particular way. But I wanted to keep the spirit of the original songs as well. But like I said, I wanted it to be like Christmas music. I wanted it to feel like an oasis, and there's no Christmas music on this album. This is just a pure Broadway album, a love letter to Broadway, and it's about the spirit of creativity, celebrating that as well.
Now, they say that eyes are the windows of the soul, but I think songs are.
Yeah, I love that.
So if you had to pick a song or cycle of songs,
Yes.
Who is Brian Stokes Mitchell?
In songs? Oh man, it's a lot of it is on this album. That's an interesting question that you asked because one of the things, this is my third solo album, And one of the things that I've attempted to do in all of my solo albums is kind of tell a story about who I am and about my life. And each story has that. The very first album I did was kind of my introduction to the world. This is how I hear music. This is the music that I was exposed to. So it had jazz on it, it had pop on it, it had Broadway tunes on it, but all filtered through the way that I like to hear music. The second album was simply Broadway, which was just me and a piano, which was based on one of my favorite albums, by Oscar Peterson and Tony Bennett that they did together, and I did it the same way, just singing in a studio live with the pianist, and really kind of get to the essence of a song that way. And I got to play all of these different characters in that. Yeah, it's really raw. This one is done with a full orchestra, so I really get to express how I hear and feel and music, and write it and arrange it and orchestrate it. I hope so that people feel it and hear it and in the same way that I do. So it's kind of a continuation of that theme. So each one of my albums is kind of a musical journey that's interrelated, and about my life and about the songs that I love. You know, I started with There's No Business Like Show Business because the order of the songs is also incredibly important, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
When you're doing a show.
Because again, it's telling a story.
Exactly. It's part of it. You know, I think that's one of the things an artist attempts to do every time is you try to find those interrelated themes in every way that you can. In the songs you choose, in the order of the songs, in the orchestrations, in the arrangements, in the way that you vocally approach the song. There's just so many ways that you can do that, and I think the more ways you do that, the more depth it gives an album, and the more people get from it.
And when are you playing at Feinstein's 54 Below again?
I start here on November 12th and I go through the 20th. You can look on the 54 Below website and you can find out exactly what times as well. So I hope to see you there. Oh, by the way,
what?
Another special thing, my album Plays With Music has already been announced, and they're available for pre-sale. They're not going to be in your hands until November 29th, which is Black Friday, unless you come here to 54 Below, because this will be the very first place that the CD will be available. So I hope you all come and enjoy the show and get a CD as well. Thanks.